Hey guys, it's Microscope Boy here. Today I have a video of ciliates and paramecium that I grew myself. Uh, we will be using various types of illumination and magnifications. I'll try to shout them out if I remember. So right now I believe we are at 40x. No, this is 100x. We're at 100x right now, and we're using oblique and polarized illumination. Uh, Sorry for the video quality. The camera I have to record this stuff isn't exactly the greatest, so oblique illumination kind of loses a lot of its repertoire being recorded this way. Uh, and also the frames are pretty low because I tried recording it at the highest quality that my camera could produce at only about 9 frames a second. Anyways, what we're looking at right now is just some basic ciliates. I'm transitioning the illumination right now. I'm trying to pull a little bit more of that polarizing out, but ended up giving up on that because it just made the entire thing more fuzzy. So now we're just looking at a slightly oblique uh, illuminated version of these paramecium. Uh, so yeah, these are pretty big. I was pretty proud of this culture when I grew it. There's obviously you can see multiple different types of ciliates here. In the culture that I grew, there is a large amount of ciliates. A lot of them you actually don't get to see in this video. I just kind of focused on the ones that were huddled up and slow moving. Uh, so here we are transitioning to pure polarizing. You can see that all of its substrates and food that I ate glows. It's because polarizing filter brings out that kind of light. Uh, so we had to do a hard cut there just because I was having some lighting issues. So here's a little animal. I'm not sure what exactly it is. I've not been able to identify most of these species. Uh, I just didn't really have the time to do so. But anyways, about the other paramecium that I have, they'll come in later videos. I'm working on getting a super large culture. So for this stuff, I grow these in 20-ounce jars, and they're kind of like my test colonies to see what I get from the place that I get samples from. But if I like what I see in these test colonies, I'll move them up to the 48-ounce jars, and I'll start trying to get a large bulk that can survive. So here we are, we're transitioning. This is just standard illumination, Kohler LED. Um, yeah, it actually works best on this camera. I've realized that just because the camera doesn't really record that high def, and my screen display isn't that high def either. So just standard illumination is probably the best for seeing the most details. Under the microscope, oblique looks incredible, but uh, I just haven't been able to find a camera that can capture that adequately for you guys yet. So yeah, we're just looking at these guys more. I really like how you can see the cilia on the camera. Again, on the microscope, it's pretty visible, but if you're wondering what all those little specks floating around are, you can't always see them because they're out of the field of view, or plane of view, sorry. Those are bacteria. That's what a lot of these ciliates eat, or at least when they're smaller. Uh, all those little specks floating around. I should have focused on them for a little bit during this video, but I don't really find them too interesting. Um, so yeah, I'll start uh, bulk culturing, as I call it. I don't really know a good word for it. Pretty soon, I got their environment set up. I'm just waiting for the lettuce to decay a little bit before I introduce the culture, because there is quite a few crazy ass paramecium. Uh, yeah, I would try to describe it to you, but I just sound like an idiot, so I'm just gonna pass on that. But yeah, uh, this is pretty much what I got. Sorry, I just paused right there. My computer display turned off. Sorry about that, guys. I was having a little bit of technical issues. So here we are transitioning from standard illumination to an attempt at oblique. The reason why I'm having such a hard time with this is because uh, it's hard to match the display of the computer with what you're seeing under the microscope, especially with this quality of camera and stuff like that. I know I've been bitching about the quality of the camera that much, but I just want to emphasize it to you guys. It looks incredible under the microscope and very subpar. So I'll be trying to get a new one of those when I can. Um, so yeah, here we are. We're at 1000x now. I just realized I forgot to say the magnification. We were just at 400x for the bulk of this video. We're at 400, but now we're at 1000. Standard illumination, a bit oblique though. We'll be going to full standard pretty soon, just because it's just not working. I haven't really done that much with 1000x anyways, just because most of what I look at are the ciliates, rotifers, paramecium, stuff like that. Uh, so I haven't really needed to go to 1000x, but I just thought I would see what they look like this time. Plus, using immersion oil is a big pain in the ass, so, or at least for me anyways. It's because I don't like getting my objectives all mucky, and my 1000x is oil, not dry, so obviously. Uh, so yeah, if you're wondering what all those circles are, those are actually vesicles. They use those for movement, and they also use those to digest their food. There's really not to these cell. There's not a lot to these cells. They're pretty basic. But here we are. We're zooming out. This is, I believe, 100. We were just at 400. Now we're at 100, and now we're at 40. So yeah, that's pretty much the entire video. Uh, I'll be working on those cultures and getting more unique and biodiverse parameciums shortly, hopefully. So here we are at dark field. We were just at oblique, and now we're going to go to polarizing. So yeah, that is all I have for you guys. Everyone have a wonderful day. Goodbye.